Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more Mini Motorways. Today we are heading into Los Angeles to try the challenge Gridlock, which has three modifiers. Get it straight, diagonal roads require double the amount of road tiles, all up front, start with 150 road tiles, and no further road tiles are offered, and many motorways, start with 3 motorways. This challenge has kind of scary scores, with most people maxing out at about 1,000 and the big curve here ending at about 1600. My Los Angeles Classic score is pretty good, so I'm a little hopeful, but also I am absolutely terrible with the all up front modifier. And it's going to be even worse given the diagonal roads take double road tiles. This right here is already taking up 2 of our road tiles. I'll have to be very, very careful how I connect roads so that we can hopefully save as many roads as possible. It would have been great if the entrance for this business had spawned on this side, but unfortunately we do not get that lucky. So we will just have to hope that the rest of the spawns we get are slightly better. I would have really liked to have a little access road through here so that we wouldn't have to use a bridge to potentially cross this, but we didn't get lucky, and that's okay. Sometimes we just don't. Oh, once again, we get unlucky with the spawn for the entrance being farther from the house than it really could be. Oh well. Eventually, if we need to, we can run this road up by 1 and run another little access road through here. But we don't need that right now, so we're kind of doing okay. It's already Sunday. We can pick traffic lights or a roundabout. I think I'm going to take the roundabout because you can sort of use roundabouts as road tiles. Like, what's a good example? If I get rid of this, I immediately regret that. Okay. Okay, we can no longer run an excess road through here. This is actually really good. I don't hate this, but now our problem is finding a slightly better solution for this business. Which, for now, this is fine. For now, this is no problem. But it could get potentially bad distance-wise. For now, it's okay. Our green is giving us absolutely no problems at all. More yellow here is completely fine. I might go ahead and throw a roundabout here. Might even do it on this side. Yeah, just to save us some road tiles, something like that. Because you can kind of use roundabouts to save you about 1 road tile, because you still have to sacrifice a road tile to actually connect to the roundabout. But maybe that 1 road tile would be the difference. We don't know yet. I have a feeling we're probably also going to have to use our motorways for the primary purpose of especially long distances. That I'm just going to connect like this for now. I'll probably end up turning these yellows and running them this way, and then running these grays up with something like that, and then something like that. I'm trying to kneep? That's not a word. I'm trying to keep these diagonal roads to just 1 tile, because doing this with a right-hand turn takes the same amount of tiles as doing this. Oh, does it not? Wait, no, it does. Okay. I'm trying to keep these diagonals to just 1 tile so that we can maximize efficiency and maximize the number of roads we're using, because doing this, where we do 2 diagonals, takes up more than doing. Yay. That green isn't terrible either. I don't know why that took me so long to, like, process. But we can do this. Is it actually better to do... Hold on. We're gonna experiment here for a second. This is one tile diagonal, and we're at 91 roads. And we're gonna do week 3 motorway roundabout. I'm taking the motorway, obviously. That's a decent gray. It'd be nice if it didn't spawn right where we're doing our little testing at. Maybe I should go into creative and try doing this whole testing thing with the gridlock. I don't even know if that's something you can do. You can't bring modifiers into creative, can you? I don't think you can. This blue is pretty good, though. We do still have this little access road in case we get some green or something up here. See, now I'm curious. I think it might be the same. I think it's the same. So this is theoretically better. Yeah, they're the same. Okay. Well, what am I doing? This gray is not great. It's fine. There's nothing like wrong with it. It just means we're gonna have to get a different population for this gray eventually, which isn't that bad. We're okay right now. Week 4, roundabout or bridge. I'm gonna take the roundabout. I probably should have taken the bridge, but we do have 4 motorways if anything super crazy comes up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw the roundabout in here, I think, to save us a couple of road tiles on this diagonal, and then also if we need to potentially run a motorway or something in here later, if this level 2 starts to struggle, we can just do a little road off of this motorway or off of this roundabout and run a motorway directly into it. And that should be fine. No problems there. This green is still holding out with just one house, which is really nice. We do have a few extra here. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait just a few minutes and see how that spawns. I think what we're probably gonna have to do is this, and then run this guy across on a bridge. But we're gonna wait just a second and see. Get a bridge. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and run this green across on the bridge. I also think I'm gonna get rid of the roundabout. We'll do something like that. I'm going to throw the roundabout in up here somewhere. I think on this side. That just leveled up. I'm actually going to take the roundabout right back and throw it onto this because level 2 structures are absolutely horrifying when it comes to traffic management. They just need so many cars that if you don't have any kind of roundabout or a traffic light or anything in there to manage the quantity of cars you have going, then even if you have enough population for them, the cars will just get stuck and it'll die anyway. That white is really good. Like this is perfect. This is flawless. Connect those two. That green is okay. That gray is actually all right. It's not great because we do have to do something like this. But then the point is we can take from this slightly larger population and run it down here and then run this gray into there. We're actually doing okay on road tiles right now. I probably shouldn't say that. That gray is decent too, just distance-wise. That gray is okay. It might become a thing where I don't even know. It might become a thing where we motorway these blues across just so we can run these grays up and into here, just because the distance is so close. And that would mean we can just run all of these back up in here like this. that could be a potential solution. I'm not sure I want to, like, sacrifice a motorway so early, though, as part of the equation here. We'll leave it like this for now and just see. I'd really like some more gray spawns up here, potentially. I don't know if that's too far out of their little, like, spawn area for that to be realistic or not. If we did get some up here, that would make this whole decision much, much easier, because we would just run these down and into here, and then all of these would stay here for local traffic, and that would be very nice. We're getting a lot of blue up here. It might be the case that we do, in fact, end up running these blues down here. I would really love to put a roundabout, like, here for these blues, but then that means we wouldn't be able to run the gray through here. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. We're at 38 roads. We are going to have to start considering that's going to be our first motorway. This white is going to be our first motorway, for sure. I think I'm just going to do something like this. Like that. Ooh. Okay. This is pretty good. This white up here. I'm thinking we can connect potentially. We can do something like this and run all of these blues together and then connect these two and then run them on their own little motorway to, like, here. Get rid of this, connect that in there, and then see how that goes. The blue is really struggling here just for population right now. There's lots of yellow spawning up here as well. I'd really like to get some more roundabouts. Okay. That blue isn't bad. We are starting to see this gray tick up a little bit, which is... Oh, I take it back. The blue is really bad, actually. Oh, no. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something a little unintuitive. I'm actually gonna motorway these blues down and into here. And then I'm gonna run these grays up and into here. So something like that. All of this can go. These blues will go down and into here. If they need traffic management done, however, then we will just have to do it up here. And then we'll run these blues straight across and into here. And then we can hopefully just disconnect this. This will probably need more houses, this gray. And if it does, we might just have to motorway some in for sort of like hit of cars. We might even do something like this for now, just to see how it's going. I think it's doing okay. These three seem to be managing it. It's only got a few cars that are sort of following this motorway. If we get one or two more gray houses down here, that's our first. Okay. That's not great. That's also not great, to be honest. We get traffic lights or bridge. I'm gonna take the bridge. What do we do about this gray? Is the question. I would really like some more roundabouts. I would really like some more roundabouts. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? I'm thinking I'm going to take this roundabout back and throw it like here. Run all of these onto the roundabout and then have a road coming off of this for this motorway instead. Something like this. And that will potentially allow us to throw more green onto it like this in the future. In fact, I'm going to leave a little access road off of it like this, just so that we don't get trapped in here. And then we need more gray on this side of the map. The question is, do we take gray from this level 2, or do we just motorway it for now and pray that we get something better in the future? We are getting some more gray population down here, so it could be viable to eventually take from this and just bridge it up and into there. It wouldn't be terrible to do. That yellow is actually pretty good. We are at 600. I wasn't even keeping track of the score very much, but we're not doing too bad. We're doing okay. We're even more yellow down here. Just kind of, it's not great, but it's not like terrible either. This yellow's holding out. I'm a little concerned with this yellow having enough traffic or enough population. So I'm thinking some of this yellow may end up becoming like our little backup population eventually. Same with these whites to here. That is definitely going to need some help at some point. What I think I might end up doing is eventually running all of these yellows into this level 2 and then motorwaying probably the majority of these into here. I don't want to rely on motorways too much because I don't want to screw us if we like run out of motorways. I am thinking we could probably run these greens 1 or 2 more up and into here. And then we can even run this blue like this instead, and then run this motorway this way instead of that way, and then potentially get these yellows out of this little corner that they're stuck in. They're still kind of stuck in the corner. Can we run them maybe this way? That's slightly better. Leave that road in just so we don't get stuck. And these yellows can now find their way out through here somehow. I'd really like, I don't know. I think I'm probably going to run this green back this way. Disconnect this. Move this motorway. Can I move it? I think it's because I moved this end. It doesn't want me to move this end again. There we go. Move that, and then eventually we can run these grays with something like that. That'll get this a little more population until we can establish a like permanent population for it. We get another motorway. We are getting quite lucky with our upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. More blue here, that's fine. I'll take it. This blue is also definitely a potential motorway just distance-wise. That green is actually not terrible. I don't sound too convinced, do I? We can run it this way and then down and into here if the screen ever starts struggling, but it's fine right now, so there's no reason to do that at this point. The screen's looking okay. I don't know. I think if we get the option to pick between like a bridge and traffic lights, I'll probably take the traffic lights. But I'm still very much a roundabout preferrer. This blue is struggling a little bit here. It's using all of its population, but we don't really have a clean way to get it much more population without running a road like this potentially, which isn't great because it's all diagonals. We could do that. That's slightly better. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll do a little diagonal road here maybe, just so that these yellows don't get too cut off. Here might even be better, something like that. What did I say? Bridge or traffic lights. Okay. And we get another blue spawn. Okay. That's slightly less fortunate. What do we do about the new blue spawn? That is the question. I think it might be a motorway. If I'm honest. I don't see anything else we can really do about it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw traffic lights here, and there was one other spot where I wanted to put a traffic light. Here. Go ahead and throw those in. And then, what do we do about this blue? We still don't have a permanent population for this gray, and it might end up being that we send these grays up like that, but we are struggling for road tiles right now. That could be a solution, actually. Not to the gray. I'm sort of ignoring the gray and thinking about anything else because I don't want to think about the gray right now because I don't have an easy solution for the gray. If we motorway this blue to here, then we can run these yellows up to here, and we can motorway these yellows down and into here. So I recognize that solution uses 2 motorways, which is probably more motorways than a solution should use, but I don't know. I'm not exactly feeling my best here. We'll probably have to run these whites up and into here around the blue this way at some point, and then, I don't know, probably bridge blue across here. So what we'll do is we'll take some of these greens off and then run blue this way. That's actually not bad. If we do something like this and then run these whites up this way. Where can we save some road tiles? We can save some road tiles here. I did not mean to get rid of that motorway. Put that back. Save some road tiles there, and then there we go. We still have these extra white houses down here that we can make use of. Hopefully 2 blues is fine to handle this until we get more. If it's not enough, then we'll have to do something funky like this, where we run these blues down and into here, which is really quite awful, but I don't see a better solution at the moment. We really are getting quite a lot of grays down here now, and I really would like to run these up and into here. I'm not seeing a great way. I don't particularly want to use a motorway where it's not necessary, but we are really, really struggling for some road tiles right now. And it might be the case that it's just necessary to use a motorway for the sole purpose of getting more road tiles. That white is really good. It is really, really good. I think I might do something crazy. Oh, not that. I'm going to get rid of this roundabout. Do that so we get some road tiles back. Do something like this for now. Do something like this down and into here. We can get all of these road tiles back. These road tiles will go up and into here. We do have to wait for this road to go away to get those back. We're gonna run this down and into here just so that this doesn't die while we're waiting for more road tiles to come back. And then we will go ahead and motorway these blues into here. Is there any way we can motorway these blues into there and like open up some more space in this sort of like difficult area? Not really seeing one. I'm gonna go ahead and just motorway them, and hopefully that's fine. Okay, we should be getting a lot of road tiles back now, which we did. We can now run these yellows up and into here. And that's looking pretty good. We got more white spawning here. I was going to say it might be the case that we have to move this motorway to like here, but we're actually kind of okay right now. We got our roundabout back. I'm gonna place the roundabout and get rid of these road tiles and then place the roundabout. Well, actually, I might be fine leaving it here. Ooh, I did not mean to run roads through there. This is struggling for white a little bit. A little bit. Is it crazy to do something like this just for the sole purpose of traffic management at this close of a distance? Probably. But that does mean we have to find another white population for this anyway, which is probably going to come from down here. Where do we get the green for it, though, is the question. That's probably going to be from here. Where do we get the green from this? Can't run this green into here. That's interesting. This green too, if it's like necessary. I'm thinking we take some of these whites and run them up and into this green, something like that. Then do a motorway off of that and into here, like that. And we've got all of this extra green that we can't really do anything with. At least not yet. It will probably just end up being one of our like backup populations. There's so many motorways here. Our gray is kind of struggling. I think maybe we're hitting surge. We are at 1200. We're doing really well here. Much, much better than I expected, to be honest. Much, much better than I expected. So I'm actually quite happy right now. I'm going to try and avoid... Oh, we never did get this gray its own population, huh? Okay, that's probably bad. It's fine. I'm gonna try and avoid putting too much traffic stress on this. And maybe it'd be better to do something like this and move this motorway so it's got its own little population to pull from, something like this. That will help this with the traffic. This will have one extra house to pull from. And we'll see how that goes. If it's still struggling, then I don't know. We might just have to figure it out. These cars aren't going here. There we go. Now they're going. They're going to be enough. I might have screwed myself with my little changes that I made. There we go. They're going. They're trying. Something like that. There we go. Yeah, that's good. That should be fine. I think maybe it was just the traffic from the motorway being placed like directly on top of this. We're getting more green here, which is really good. That green spawn is really bad. What can we do about that green spawn? What can we do? We can run yellow up and around it, something like this, and then connect that green directly into it, which is just fine. Can we... Can we get it any more green without significantly hurting the screen? I don't think we can. The screen's also hurting a little. I keep accidentally placing road tiles instead of like moving the motorways. There's just so many. There's so many. We have 6 down right now, I think. 1, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 5 down. Week 12, bridge or roundabout. I'm taking the roundabout. We're doing okay on like bridges. We're kind of just struggling a little bit with traffic management. This yellow in particular is struggling a little bit. I'd like to throw a roundabout in here somewhere, but I don't think that's going to happen. We could put one here, although I'm not sure that would help particularly much. I don't know. We can see. Something like this, and then maybe run this straight down instead, and then run this up and in there like that. This is a level 2 now, by the way. I completely did not see that until just now. Which means we're gonna have to focus on it just a little more. We're down some road tiles. Down some road tiles. Is there anywhere we can use another motorway? Because we do have 2 more in the bank. We're at 1600. We're doing really well here right now. Like, surprisingly well. Way better than I thought we were going to do for this challenge. And maybe it's just because I have been using so many motorways that it's not been like a huge issue. I'm also surprised this is still holding out on just 2 houses. We could run this across like this if we had the road tiles for it. And it were necessary at some point to do. We have that option. That's what I'm trying to say. This is fine. This is fine. Hopefully that holds out a little bit. I'm starting to think that maybe this is not necessary for this. This whole shebang here. I'm thinking maybe it might be better to move this motorway so it's like here on the side and run these like 4 together and then up and into here, because these 2 greens are holding this out fairly well. And if they stop at any point, you know, we have 2 motorways in the bank. We can make something happen. We can get rid of all of this. This can all go. This can all go. Move this motorway to here. Get rid of that. And then I think we're okay. I think that should be fine. Immediately we get more green here. Okay. I really need my motorways to stop being ghost motorways for whatever reason. You see them? They're being weird. Normally, it doesn't do this weird ghost motorway thing where it doesn't use where you've placed the new motorway at. If you have an extra motorway in the bank, normally it just lets you move it, and it's not a huge deal, and it just takes away one of your motorways for a few seconds. But for whatever reason, that is not working this time around. Our gray is surging. Gray is surging. We're gonna do this. That gray is going up to there. That gray is going. Oh my gosh! Look at the traffic. Look at the traffic. Look at the traffic. Oh lord. That gray is okay. This gray is holding out. That gray is holding out. I think we're okay. What are we? We're about to hit 2K. We are doing really well here. Much, much better than I thought we would. We got a couple extra road tiles back there because I didn't even realize they were getting used. This gray. I need this gray to calm down a little. It's scaring me. It might be the case that we have to use a roundabout here for this gray. This gray's having some emotional problems. Can we even throw a roundabout here? I don't know that it would help very much if we could. Oh no! No, that is not what we needed. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this motorway. We're gonna run these grays into there, which means we need 2 more road tiles. Where can we scrape some road tiles? here. This one. Run that into there, run that into there, get rid of this, get rid of this. Okay. And then we have to just magically find a new population of gray for this guy. With, you know, hopefully at least 4 houses, because that's how many houses it's been using. I think it's going to be like something like this, where we just take a couple from here and hope that it can handle it. Something like this, which is terrible. Ay, ay, ay. Get that back. And then we just have to hope, I guess. I really need more gray to spawn here. That's what I need right now. I need way more gray to spawn here. I wonder if we can do something like this. We don't have the road tiles for anything. Okay. We'll do this for now. And then run this motorway across and into here. Hopefully that's okay. Yes, more gray spawns, please. Yes, please. Thank you. I think I am gonna throw the roundabout in here. With something like this, and then like this. I didn't do it in less than that. No. Oh. Hopefully that works out for us. I'd really like some more gray to spawn here as well. If we could get some more here, that would be fantastic. I'm really, dare I even say it, I'm really surprised that green has not had any emotional problems yet. Green has really been fine for most of this run. We haven't, like, I was expecting this level 2 to be the thing that really screwed us over, but it's been fine for pretty much the entire game. This yellow is starting to surge a little bit right here. You see it? I'm going to run these yellows into here if I can. Oh no, can I? Literally have no tiles. Ay. Okay. We'll run these tiles up and into here. I don't have the tiles for that. Good lord. What can we do? What can we do? We need cars now. What do we do? We can disconnect these grays for now. If we get more gray spawning here, that's fine. It's a shorter distance, whatever. I could care less. That is just fine. We can run these yellows up and into here, potentially. Or like across and into here, which I think might be a slightly shorter distance than this. And then we could get all of these back and send them into here. That's a slow solution, and I need a fast solution for right now, because right now we are struggling for cars. I think I'm gonna send them this way, which might be a mistake, but I don't want to worsen the traffic for this. And what we'll do once yellow stops surging, calms down a little bit, is probably find something that is long and annoying to motorway. I think it's probably going to be these blues. We'll motorway these blues down and into here, get all of these road tiles back, and then run these yellows into here and run these yellows across. I might actually go ahead and do that because this yellow is struggling as well and could benefit from this population if we can get it for it. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that road. Run these 2 blues on a motorway. We'll wait for these road tiles to come back, which should be fairly quickly. There we go. And then we'll do these yellows up and into there. Need 1 tile like that, and then we should get these road tiles back fairly quickly as well. And we do, yep, there we go. And then we can run these down into here. This leveling up is scary. I don't like that this leveled up. That makes me very upset. Because it means we're going to have to pull even more gray population for it. Something like this. We might even have to do that. Yeah, this gray is immediately struggling. Immediately. As soon as it leveled up, it starts struggling. Come on. I'm literally just pulling all of the gray population we have right now for this. Which might be a mistake, because look at all this traffic. I don't know, I might have just killed myself with traffic. Maybe? Maybe? Calming down a little. Maybe? Maybe? Okay. We're okay. We're okay. I don't sound too convinced, but I think we're okay. We're at 2,700. Mind you, the like average score for this was like 1,000. So we're doing fan-freaking-tastic right now. Just now does this green start complaining a little bit. Only now does this green start complaining, which, okay, you know what? The green has not given me any problems for the entire game. It can start complaining now if it wants to, and that is perfectly fine. I understand. Thank you very much, Green. You have been incredible. I'm going to take a lot of this gray population away from this. I'll keep this one just because it's so close. But we need the road tiles more than this needs gray population now, because this green is starting to struggle, which means we have to run these greens into it. We do now have the option of running these grays up and into here eventually. But I think we're going to have to figure out something for these greens first, which will probably end up being sort of like wiggling around into here. We could just motorway it. That is absolutely a solution that we could do. We could run these 4 greens together and then just I scrape 2 road tiles from anywhere. 1 road tile from anywhere. Here, yeah. And then we just do that. We're at 2,700. We are doing excellent right now. Never in my wildest dreams did I think we'd make it to 2,800. Now, I was hoping for like a 2K. I was gonna be happy with 2K. I am feeling good about 2,700, 2,800. About to make it to 2,900. This yellow is struggling a little. That green is struggling a little. This green is struggling because it's out of population. So I think green is surging now. I think that's what's happened. Green is surging now, and we're going to have to deal with trying to get some more green population for all of the things that are surging. And I think at this point, we've entered the territory where we can just use our motorways for whatever color is surging, and then get rid of them once that color has calmed down a little bit, which is supposed to happen. Come on. Okay, yeah, it's calming down a little bit. Yellow's still struggling. It's not a population issue because these cars aren't getting used, I say, as they start getting used. Lovely. What do we do to get this more yellow? I really don't want to. Okay, this is going to get a little scary. Can we throw a roundabout in here? This is the closest spot we can put a roundabout. That is terrifying. Okay, I'm going to get rid of these roads. I'm going to get rid of not those. I need more roads. I need more roads. Oh, give me more roads, please. I can do this. Where can I scrape some road tiles from? Where Where can I scrape some road tiles from? This one is not getting used, so we can use it. If another gray spawns here, that's just a closer gray, and that's perfectly fine. I have no problems with that whatsoever. We need, but we're going to need more road tiles than that, is the unfortunate bit. We're just going to need more. I'd really love to put a roundabout up here, but because of how this has spawned, it's just not possible. This will be our motorway. Hopefully I've placed that in such a manner where it can actually be used. I would like to get 2 more road tiles. If I can get 2 more road tiles, then I can connect this extra house as a little bit of local traffic, which would be perfect. I gotta think. This is one we can scrape. And then I need 1 more road tile, which I think we can take from this blue because neither of these are getting used. Something like that. This green is also still struggling a little bit, but it's got extra population down here, so it should be okay. Does it have extra population there? Yeah, it's calming down. Okay. This green is struggling a little too, but I'm not too worried about it. This yellow is struggling because of traffic. There's a traffic jam here is what's happening. So I'm thinking, can we scrape a traffic light from anywhere? Not really. This would be the only spot we can really take it from, and that's not viable. Gray is starting to surge a little bit as well, which is really not great either. This might be the end. We are at 3K though. There are worse scores you can get. There are definitely worse scores. I think I'm just gonna let it play out. If we survive, then great. If we don't, then eh. That, I think, is our last motorway we can get. This, oh, it didn't work. This yellow, these yellows aren't going. Okay, I need another tile now, like right now. Where can I pull from? I can take this. It didn't work. It did the thing where it sort of tells you, oh, it worked and it's fine. It did not work, it's not fine. I'm gonna do this. All of these cars are gonna go all at the same time. Hopefully that's fast enough to save us. It might not be. This yellow is struggling a little too. We are not good right now. We are not good. I like how I said, oh, I'm gonna let it run and just see how we do. That was not true. I want to survive this. I want to survive. Look at all of this traffic. All of this gray traffic is terrible. This blue is starting to struggle a little bit. Yellow is struggling a little bit. This yellow has calmed down a little now. This yellow is struggling. This is all traffic. This, I think, is fine. It's just because I messed up the motorway, and that's why it's having an emotional problem. See, it's still not putting the ghost motorway back. I don't know why it did that. I got rid of it because I thought the other motorway was fine now, but I guess not. I don't know. 3,500 though, that is nothing to scoff at. I do think we could have survived a little longer. We had this motorway, the ghost motorway, and then we had this one, number 4, running through here, and then we had this one, which was the only motorway that was actually registering as existing for the houses. And I think that is ultimately what killed us. We would have had to have figured out some way to get this yellow some extra population, or at the very least some population that was not so having so much traffic issues, so much flow issues, which probably would have come from turning these yellow houses actually off of this and then probably motorwaying some into this side. But I think that's pretty good. 3,500. I do feel like we could have done better if this weird ghost motorway thing hadn't have happened, but that is still exceedingly good. I think we probably placed in like the top 5%. Top 3%. Okay. Okay. We were 1,856. All right. You know what? I'll take it. Top 3%. That was not what I was expecting. I was hoping for something like 2K. Hold on. Let me pull up this. We would have been like here. I would have been happy with that. And instead we go absolutely crazy. Get 3,500. All right. That that is not bad at all. I am quite happy with that actually. Especially for all up front. I almost always do terrible on all up front challenges. Every time. But anyway, that was Los Angeles Gridlock Challenge. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you in the next one.